span where you were scoring and shooting, and can you just talk a little bit about that feeling late in the second half when it's going in?
Yeah, sometimes as a player you just really confident, I think, and I knew my team was confident in me because Bruce kept calling plays to get us post touches. Some of their posts were in foul trouble, so it was good, and that was part of our strategy to kind of get them out as much as we could. And so when the first couple fell, I felt good about it, and so I just kind of milked it as long as I could, and it worked for us. So
you hit a couple right as the shot clock was running out, and you guys got bogged down a couple other times with the shot. Was it just trouble with the offense, or was their defense that good?
They are really, really good defenders. Their guards are very quick, and they force a lot of turnovers. I think one of their guards averages like 5 steals a game, and so that was one of our keys was to not have turnovers that lead to points. So we would have rather had turnovers from the shot clock violation where they had to take the ball out and we could set up our defense than just to like make a bad pass or like a flustered pass and then have them get some sort of layup or some sort of transition point off of it.
But we talk about the emotion, the three that you make is the shot. I mean, it looks like you're basically winging it at the basket and it goes in. We just talk a little, I mean, that's got to be a giant pick-me-up, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it absolutely was. Yeah, that was, I would say, 70% luck. I'll give myself a little bit of credit, maybe.
Fair enough.
No, that was absolutely luck, and I just, yeah, it was. I knew that I was far enough back that if I just tossed it up, and even if it hit the rim and they got transition, I could get back in time to at least contest a layup or something like that. And so, and we had a little bit of lack of flow in our offense at that point, and so just to get something up, to get a shot up, we needed at that time. So, and then when it did go in, it was awesome. And that's kind of when it all started, obviously. And so just going and building off of that and just running with it, feeling good.
Yeah, from there you scored a bunch of points in a row. Was that kind of a catalyst to do that?
I think so, and really at that point I knew they kind of, whenever that happens, when your opponent scores like that, it's really awful. And so for that to happen for us, because usually it doesn't, and so so for that to happen to us for once, it was good, and I knew that that had to be the catalyst, and from that point we had to get going and we had to start something. And so I was feeling pretty good, and I know a couple others were, and so we just used that and got going from there.
Did you see the basket when you left?
I did see the basket.
But there was a defender on it.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, their big 6'3" girl, I think, number 13.
Have you practiced that? Have you practiced that shot?
Not really. No. My shot is more like a half-court shot. Before practice, I just always throw one up for fun to get us going, but it paid off. So I guess we can count it.
Well, you talked about the emotion. I mean, the crowd was in it, the bench was in it, but then they come and they get 2 hoops, right? They retake the lead, but how did you guys keep the focus after that then? After they took the lead away after the 3?
When we got the lead, I think it was like a big, like, all right, let's go kind of time for all of us. And that, even though they got it back quickly, we knew that like we were in it and we were fighting and we were not going to let up. And that was the starting point of all of it. The crowd went crazy. Everybody feeds off of that like no other. Our fans are fantastic. And so we just knew that this is the time to push. Like, we got to go, and we got to go now.
You've had several big games, especially offensively, the last 4 or 5 games or so. Has there been something different, just balls going in, or what's been the cause?
I think every year we make up goals, and our goal as a team and individually is always to be playing your best basketball in March. And so I think that is kind of just what I am really focusing on. Day in and day out in practice and everything, finishing fully, going up strong, holding your follow through, making free throws. So yeah, I think that this is the time of the year that I want to be peaking, and so I'm glad that it's happening now.
After what happened against Central Michigan and Cleveland, which I'm sure you'd like to forget, but 2 straight wins now, you're in a Sweet 16 of sorts. What kind of feeling is that for you?
It's really good, and I knew that we would bounce back. Our team has been resilient all year long with injury and everything else, and so we needed this. We wanted this opportunity to keep going. Nobody wants to end on a game like that, and so this is our opportunity to kind of, for anyone that doubted us, to be like, we're still BG basketball, and we're still who we've always been.
Just one other question. In the last minute and a half or so, you guys have to feel pretty confident as a team, though, with your free throw shooting. And not necessarily anything against you, you were 2 for 2, but they did put you
Yeah,
on the
no,
bench. But,
that's fine.
I mean, you got Miriam and then she put in Bailey, and you have to feel confident shooting free throws, I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everybody stepped up really big. All of our guards had, I think, a chance at the line. Lex hit some big free throws, and so that was a key point. And I think we shot way more. We had more free throw attempts than them. What is it? 11 to 28. Yeah, so that's huge. We made double that they took, and so that's always going to be a huge point in a victory.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yep.
You can't